I don't care whether you have $500 or $5,000. Building a small account in the stock market is one of the most rewarding, scalable, and freedom-building businesses in the world. And I want to teach you and show you exactly what I would go back and teach myself when I was building my first $5,000 account that now has led me to having multiple six-figure months, as you see here. Now, the reason I show you this isn't to brag, isn't to show off, but it's to show you with transparent results that I know what I'm doing. I've built a $5,000 account to six figures before. I've built six-figure accounts into seven figures. I've done all this. And many people on YouTube and other apps tell you, I'm making a bunch of money, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, but they can't show you real live results. And that's what I want to do. So with this video, I want to teach you exactly step-by-step how to build a small account, exact steps and principles you need to have, and some other tips and tricks to help you make more money day trading and in the stock market. And I highly recommend after this video too that you go check out and follow my Instagram. It's Jdun_trades, as you see here. I am live on Instagram every single morning pre-market around 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. I give you a free watch list of my exact levels that I am watching. My boy Grizzly joins me and trades live. It is the most valuable stock market / day trading live stream in the entire world. It's all free and it always will be. So make sure you guys go hit that link in the description. I will link it down there, or go type in Jdun_trades, hit that follow button, and come tap in with me every single day. Now, building a small account in the stock market is hard. It takes a lot of work, and this was not built from a $5,000 account. Yes, I've built my 5K account into multiple six figures. That's what I trade with now, but I start every year with six figures in my account. This year started with $200,000. As you see here, it shows I'm up $283,565 since January 1st. It is now February 20th. However, I'm actually up a little over $330,000. I made a video one day when I added features to my TD account. I was up $46,520, and it got reset back to zero. So add that onto this, I'm up over $330,000 in the first 2 months of 2023, and I think that says something. I know there's better traders out there. I'm glad for them. I clap for them, but I love teaching you guys. I teach for free on this channel every single day. I have so much value. So if you get some value from this video, if you get some value from the rest, or even my free beginner course, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, slam that like below, comment what you want to see next. I got your back. I want to see you win. Let's get to some education together. Now, the first step to building your small account, and when you open your brokerage, you need to open a cash account. Now, there's a few different types of accounts when it comes to trading in the stock market. There's margin accounts and there's cash accounts. If you're starting with less than $25,000 to trade, you need to have a cash account if you are trading options. Otherwise, you're going to start trading, you're going to be buying and selling the same day, and what's going to happen is you're going to get a warning. It's called a pattern day trader rule warning, okay? PDT warning. And what's going to happen there is if you take more than 3 day trades in a 5-day period, it is going to restrict your account. So no more day trading for sometimes up to 90 days. That's no bueno. That's not what we want. So what you can do instead is you can go open a cash account. I typically recommend TD Ameritrade or Webull. You can also use interactive brokers. And what you do there, open that cash account. You won't have margins. So you will only be able to use the amount of cash that you have in your account, but that will clear overnight so you can reuse that over and over again and take as many day trades as you want, option trading with the allotted amount of cash you have in your account. Now that's huge because with a margin account, if you're going back and forth, and you want to take tiny positions and you're learning, then you're not going to be able to do that with more than 3 day trades, a 5-day period. We don't want that, right? You got to get, some skin in the game. You got to get some reps in. So if you're, finding your setups, you're taking them extremely light, which we'll get to later, you need to have a cash account when you start trading, or if you're under $25,000, it's absolutely key. Now, once we have that cash account set up, we're all good, our account set up, we know how to use our brokerage. The main principle to our trading is going to be this: price action. That's all you need. I remember when I first started trading, I was using MACD, I was using RSI, I was using all these different indicators, trying to find something that would make my life easy. And let me tell you, my friends, trading is never going to be easy. You're going to get better, and you're going to, it's going to feel easier in a sense because you're going to be more confident, have more conviction, know what you're doing. But when you're building that small account, I want you starting out with the right idea. Price action is all you need. Find key levels, find candlesticks, and find volume. And even to this day, when I'm trading in the stock market, I start my day very simple and routine oriented. I typically start in the daily chart and the weekly chart, find any big levels, big trends, key areas that I need to know before the day starts, and then I move down to the hourly chart. This is where I find my key areas of supply and demand, my key entries and exits. And when I find this, I always, every single morning, put out this exact game plan to our Team Bull trading community. We live trade, have watch lists. I always want them to know exactly what I'm watching and the key areas for the day. For example, on the 17th, this last Friday, my main watch on SPY was this 407 to 408 area for puts. And I want to talk about that real quick because I didn't use any crazy indicators to find this. I didn't use some secret strategy. Told the team that was the area I was watching for puts. Now, as we can see here, we dial it down to our 5-minute chart. We go here and look. We came up, touched this 407 to a T, rejected. Touched it again, rejected. And these puts up here went absolutely crazy. If we go over here, add the second chart up here, I just want to show you the power of trading options with a small account. Now, this is a few days out expiration. And even with that few days out expiration, these didn't move as crazy. If you had $280, every single $280 you put in right around here turns into $450. And might I add you, this is with a few days out expiration. The 0 DTEs on this, the closer to date expiration from before, those contracts went 200, 300, 400% from those massive moves up. So just to give you a glimpse on the power of option trading, the power of knowing how to find your levels, and the power of executing, the stock market is an unmatched tool that once you learn, big notes can change your life forever. So with that, I can't stress enough that price action is all you need. Don't let these gurus sell you that you need their secret indicator, that you need their algo, you need this or that. Stick to key levels. Stick to candlesticks and what they're telling you. Stick to volume. And, a few months, years, whatever it takes for you to learn to get your confidence, you are going to be in really good shape. Hopefully much sooner after watching this video and shortening that learning curve watching this channel. Now, on the flip side of a cash count, with futures trading, there's no PDT rule. So it doesn't matter how much money you have, no PDT rule, okay? But you need to have a margin account. Now, something that's been very popular in the recent future is getting funded. So you go to one of these prop firms, we teach this in Team Bull as well, and you go and you take an eval account, right? You trade on that, and if you pass it, you pass all the regulations of it, you get funded with 50K, 100K, 200K. I've seen up to almost like 2 million. So there's a lot of different opportunity for you to get funded and trade without your own money if you can learn to trade futures. Now, this is something that we teach in Team Bull, along with futures, how to get funded. Lots of good stuff and opportunity there, and also a very good opportunity for those that don't have a lot of money for themselves, but they have really good trading skill, or if they just simply don't want to trade with their own money and they would rather put someone else's money at risk, this may be for you. Now, one of the biggest things, if not the biggest, that helped me in my journey up to having 6-figure plus months trading, building a $5,000 account, was mastering a select basket of stocks, in particular SPY and QQQ. Now, looking at my P&L for the year so far, let's go back. You can notice I've only traded 2 stocks, SPY and Tesla. Now, I don't sit here and tell you, choose a basket of stocks, this and that. I practice what I preach. I tried SPX one day, lost $2,000, didn't go back to that. I stick to these 2 stocks because I know them like the back of my hand. They've proven to be very profitable for me, and I know I can go in, I can know how they're going to move and trade them very nicely every single day. Now, when I first started trading, I would be going back and forth. I'd be trying, big caps, pennies, this, that, and the next. And what I found was when I really dialed in on SPY and QQQ, there was a point when I was trading Apple sometimes, NVIDIA, some other big cap names like that move pretty similar, right? I found that even with moving around those, I just wasn't having the consistency that I wanted to have in my trading. So what did I do? I dialed it in. I started journaling. I started finding out where are my strengths, where are my weaknesses. And once I did that and dialed in my basket of stocks and watched those every single open for years straight, that's when the game changed for me. That's when I realized I don't need to be searching for 800 stocks a day. I'm actually hurting myself doing that. I'm causing myself stress. I'm missing setups. I'm making less money. So find a select basket of stocks. Now, what we like to teach in Team Bull a lot is SPY and QQQ. We have a community of thousands and thousands of members all talking about it, having eyes on it. We have 10 plus solid professional traders, always helping others, giving their levels, giving signals. And so with that, we're able to really get a full dial on what's going on in SPY and QQQ, help others learn, and give others the education that they need. And to really show you what I mean by that, this is our testimonial section in Team Bull. We have so many family members that I see jump the curve from unprofitable to profitable by using the education from this channel and what we provide. As you can see here, my boy Sam had his first ever profitable month. He is crushing it. Average winning trade is 235. Average loser is 146. We got to bump that winning trade up. But still, my man's crushing it. Team Bull changed my life. We go up. I joined Team Bull because of this. Turned 3K into 22K. Absolutely amazing. After losing so much money with other Discords, he came, he crushed it, he got in, he's been learning, he's been really utilizing the community. We have so many different testimonials from Team Bull members of people learning, of people grinding, and of people really changing their lives because of not signals. Obviously, we have those in live trading. Education. Education is the key. Being surrounded by others that win. Your network is your net worth. And at Team Bull, we got the network, baby. So looking further on this, let's keep going. Expectations. I want you guys to know with expectations of a small account, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're going to turn 5K into 5 million. You actually should not think about the money when you're building a small account. And that's where I messed up when I first started. I, like many of you, thought to myself, I want to go in with my $5,000 and I want to turn that into 5 million and buy a Lambo, this, that, the next. I was thinking about the money too much. And if I could go back, I would tell myself, I'd say, Jdun, you really need to focus on the principle. You really need to focus on what's important, building a solid foundation, finding what edges in the market work for you, learning how to trade supply and demand, support and resistance, learning how to read price action, and really dialing in how we're going to manage risk and how we're going to make money long term using set principles and skill. That's the key. So I want you guys to go into this after this video and stop thinking about the money. Stop trying to hit home runs. Stop trying to be a hero. Base hits are what's going to get you to the Hall of Fame, not trying to swing for a home run every time, because more than likely than not, you're going to strike out more than you'd like. And then trading, that leads to blown accounts. So we have to have the right expectations. Trading is hard. There's no getting around that. Obviously, with education, you make it easier on yourself. You get better. My number one mission is to help you with that. But trading is very hard, and you have to be dialed in. You have to be journaling. You have to be focusing, and you have to know that it's going to be a journey of building confidence, building conviction, not comparing yourself to others, and really building yourself up to being the trader that you know that you can be. So build those expectations, build that foundation, and keep grinding. And next is treat your trading like a business. You have to treat your trading like a business. You can't just think about it as, oh, I'm going to do this as a hobby. I'm going to do this for fun. I'm going to go and YOLO my money or be an idiot with my money. That's not what you do anymore, fam. I want to see you make money for your family. I want to see you make money for yourself. I want to see you use this as a skill that you can make money on the rest of your life, but it's gonna take some fine tuning and treating it like a business. Now, when I tell you to treat your trading like a business, I want to personally show you how I treat mine like a business and how it's made me a lot of money. So when I'm watching on the stock market, when I'm trading, a big pillar to my trading and how I've made a ton of money doing it is I'm not just sitting here trading because I'm bored. I'm not sitting here revenge trading. Some pillars to my trading are trading support and resistance, trading key areas of confluence in supply and demand, and trading price action. So hypothetically speaking, let's say we're watching these levels up here. I have my supply marked. I have my demand marked down here. Let's go ahead and mark those together. So we go here. And by the way, I have tons of videos in supply and demand. I bring lots of other good traders onto this channel. So if you're confused about those, I have lots of beginner videos. Make sure you subscribe. Go look through the channels. I typically have them all organized, and I have a lot of good stuff for you. And, of course, that free beginner course. So when I'm marking my demand, we have that marked down here. Our demand, where we're going to typically bounce up. Okay? We want to have that marked always. I have my supply, where we're typically going to reject. I have that marked, of course, as I had pre-market the other day. So we have these marked. Treating your trading like a business, you don't just take random trades in here. Now, this is actually a trade that I took. I was watching for this. Saw this big move down, big kill candle down, and I wanted to see this small move back up for a low volume test back up for an entry on puts, because sometimes you're not going to hit these tops and bottoms. It's not realistic to always catch the tops and bottoms, my friends, but what you need to do is you need to recognize these. You can typically find some high probability setups in the middle. So what do? Well, I find my levels. I know where my levels of supply and demand are. And let's say, for example, this is a real trade that I took. It was. I called this out in voice, said I was watching this level before it happened in voice for puts. We were coming down here, and I saw that. So I pulled my Fibonacci tool. I'm looking at that. Well, excuse me. That was a rectangle. That wasn't a Fibonacci. Let's just, not even going to edit that out. We're going to keep it raw. We're going to go here to pull out our Fibonacci. We'll pull it down to here from tops to bottoms. So we had this 50% retracement here around this like 405.7. Now, what did we also have here? Because we don't just take trades based on Fibonacci or based on an EMA or SMA. But what did we also have here? We had a big area of confluence right here, resistance in the middle of this imbalance right here of this massive kill candle down. So on this small move back up, low volume, small move, I've recognized this. I've seen it thousands of times. I told my team live on voice I was watching for puts on this pop back up to 405.7. We came up, I got in here, and I made some solid money on this move back down. Now, I show you that and tell you that because when you treat your trading like a business, you don't just chase. You don't just YOLO. You don't just take trades in these zones because you're bored. You take them because the edge is in your favor, the probability is in your favor, and that's what it's going to take for you to make a lot of money in the stock market. That's what any of the best traders in the world will always tell you. So when it comes to treating your trading like a business, I want you guys watching for this on the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, finding key areas of entry, knowing on these levels, where your demand is, where your supply is, knowing when not to trade is key. As a business owner, you got to know when to hold back. You got to know when to not buy too much inventory. You got to know when inventory is bad. The same thing goes with trading, my friends. Watching these charts, you need to know when to trade, when not to trade. You don't want to be always trying to catch falling knives. You don't want to be trying to catch the tops on breakouts. You need to find A+ setups, which is what we do every single day in Team Bull Trading and on this channel. You want to find areas where the probabilities are in your favor and really make your money work for you. And I always like to show when I'm teaching you this stuff, it comes with results. This is our post your gain section in our Discord. As you can see, thank you for the opportunity to make life-changing money and be taught by the best in the game. We go up, my man, 2,600, 2,900. This is on a daily, my friends. Best week ever. Thank you, Team Bull. Education has been the key. Team Bull Mastermind Student Elite is absolutely crushing it. We go up even more. And this is just from Friday, my friends. This is just from Friday. We can scroll real fast. I just want to show you and motivate you. A lot of these people are trading with smaller accounts, starting with smaller accounts. They're focusing. They're dialing in. This is that 406 reject I was telling you about just now in here. I want to see you win. I want to see you learn. But guess where it starts, my friends? With education and with knowing this is not get rich quick. It's not get rich easy. It's get rich over time with a lot of education. And by the way, if you want to join us in our Team Bull community, you can go to the link below, tap in, but I highly recommend first you go check out the Instagram. I'm live every single morning on there. I got a lot of good stuff for you. And with that, let's continue. Now, what I am about to show you next is the biggest thing I see traders struggle with. I've given you all the foundational pieces here. I've given you everything you need to know as far as mindset for building a small account, small base hits, everything involving options, all of that. But what I want you to really, really focus on is this. You ready? Small losses and big wins. I see so many traders come in and they have 1 winning day, 2 winning days, 3 winning days, all small. And they say, see green, take green. I'm just going to see profit, take profit. No one ever went broke taking profits. Horse manure. The reason that's horse manure is because what happens is if you take those small green days, you finally have that big red day and it wipes out all of your gains. It's so sad. I see it happen over and over and over again. Heck, it happened to me over and over again when I first started learning. I'd be green on Monday, green on Tuesday, green on Wednesday, or break even Wednesday maybe, green on Thursday, and then Friday, for example, wipe out that whole week's gains. So dang frustrating. So to combat that, you need to be having tight stop losses, have a lot of conviction in your trades, and really be focusing on everything that you can to become a better trader. Now, when we go back to the charts over here, and specifically speaking, when we pull up these option contracts, let's go up and pull these puts up again. Looking at these, we talked about this, how these contracts a few days out even were 280 a piece. Now, when you go to 0 DTEs, it's going to be much cheaper. So you don't have to trade $200-$300 contracts. I actually recommend you as a small account trader to be trading contracts that are like $100 to $200. This is a little expensive, but of course, as I said before, these are a while out. There's no DTEs. I'm recording this on a day on the 20th. It's a Monday, but there's no stock market today as it's President's Day. So when we're looking at these, I don't want you taking, if you have a $5,000 account, I don't want you risking your whole account. Obviously not. I want you risking a maximum of like 5% a day. So if we have a $5,000 account, let's type this in, and we want to risk 5% a day, okay, 5%. We have a maximum loss of $250 a day, okay? So let's say that, we have a position size. You want to buy these exact contracts at the bottom. $290 a piece is what you get filled at. How many contracts can you trade if you have a $5,000 account and you know what you're doing? Likely around 2 to 3, I say would be ideal. 2 to 3 for capital deployed. Why? Because let's say you're a beginner trader and you take 3 of those contracts. You do $290 times 3. That's $870. Now, if we keep a tight stop loss on that, let's say 20, 25%, we keep that 20% stop loss on, that keeps us below our daily loss target. Now let's go to that same $890. We have an $890 position. Keep a 30% stop on it. Maximum stop, that puts us right actually above our daily stop limit. But nonetheless, if you kept it at like 28, 27%, it's going to keep you within that nice threshold. Now, if you have a $5,000 account and you're using a $4,000 position, let's say you have $4,000 position here, and you draw down, let's say 10%, you're down $400. No. You can't do that. That's not how we trade anymore. So I want you guys calculating, knowing how much of your money you're using, and not just capital usage, but capital risk. What is your risk on the trades? How are you going about your percentages? How are you going about your wins and losses? And I want you using these option contracts as the key to that, being smart with them, choosing the right ones, and really knowing how to operate and maneuver the option chain, which we see here. Now, one of the reasons I like spying QQQ as well is because we have huge volume on these contracts. As you see here, some of these contracts have 100,000 traded a day, 70,000 a day, 93,000 a day. You want volume and liquidity in your contracts. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to scale in and out. And that is no bueno, my friends. That's no bueno. So when we talk about our trading, when we talk about what we need to do, it's simple. It all breaks down to these things. You want to have small losses and big wins. You want to treat your trading like a business, have solid expectations, the right expectations, master a select basket of stocks. Futures trading, if you want no PDT, futures can also be great for getting funded. Price action is all you need, and a cash account. Now with that, we trade live every single day in Team Bull Trading. We do have a mastermind for those that want more in-depth, slower education with smaller group, more focus. And I have so much valuable on this YouTube channel and on my Instagram. All the links are below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I love teaching you guys. I love being the #1 source of free education on the entire planet, and I want to see you win. God bless. Team Bull forever. Let's keep making money and crushing it all of 2023, all of 2024 and beyond, and let's get it. Have a good night. Have a good day. Peace.